Hey everyone, Ridabray here, your friendly neighborhood DM, followed by... Guys?
Yeah.
Emmy.
Followed by Ashia Mercy.
What the heck? Why are you late?
And by Quinn. Hello.
E.
Sylvie?
As distracted.
Yeah.
Currently an audience member.
Octopus.
The
Boom.
octopus lady is back.
Kind of.
Maybe.
Half.
You're distracted with
Why?
Emmy.
What?
You jerk.
No, Jack.
So, anyway, well, okay, I guess we'll have the jerk over here try to just give us a recap of what happened last time.
Oh boy, what a start to the session.
Happen.
Now you're just cutting off.
Did I cut off? What?
Yes.
Yep, you kind of.
Yes, the first part of what you said was like complete silence, and then like just out of nowhere something off.
I just said that happened. Sometimes.
Yeah, I think we only heard pen, right?
Yep. I have a pen. I have a pack. Pack pen.
Pens.
Okay, give the damn recap, you lolly.
Yes. Last time, we went to war. A bunch of brigands, a lot of brigands, bunch of brigands proceeded to attack our castle, our new base, and we repelled them very, very easily, scoring a very decisive victory. And that's about it, because now it's talkie times.
Okay then.
More, pretty much.
And it's early afternoon-ish. So, from what I recall, Ashi had to beckon Kyon and Rose.
Yep, that was the last thing that happened.
Okay, so y'all are at Kyon's quarters. Well, or makeshift quarters. Not like you guys really had time to actually personalize it with decorations or anything, because you guys have none.
Hold on a second.
What is it? What else, Emmy?
She had to do something. There she is.
I can't hear you, Emmy.
Can you not hear me?
Now I can.
Yep, we can.
Okay.
Like I was seeing it go green a few times, and like no sound was coming.
Okay, probably was because it was in the middle of connecting. Anyway, it's alright now. Just Guri was being a butt in a different server.
Oh, okay.
That's
Well.
what happened.
Okay. Well, so let's continue then. So, not really had much time to like actually like make it seem personalized. I suppose is the term that I can use.
Yep.
Let's see here. However, you do see on the wall, like apparently Kyon has the time to do this. What appears to be like a few daggers like stuck to the wall near what seems to be like a makeshift dartboard.
No place to go here. Yeah.
Emmy, speak up.
I said, no space to go here, Kyun.
Yeah, say that again because I don't think I could hear you at all.
That is bizarre. Is this better? Or what?
Yeah. It is.
Yes.
Huh. No space to go there, Kyun, for the third time.
Okay. Well, I do try to do my best here. Besides, knife throwing ain't that difficult. Why don't you give it a shot?
Maybe sometime I'm not really that best organizing things like this. Well,
Oh, whoops, that was a mistake.
What was?
I rolled the wrong thing.
Nice.
Okay, so he says that as he pulls out a dagger, faces away from the makeshift bullseye target thing. Just shifts around and tosses the dagger. Bullseye.
Oh, that's what he was talking about. All right. Well, I'm not exactly the best shot. I'm quite quick and precise with my fingers, but this is not in my skill set. But anyway.
Well done, little Angelica. What'd you need me for?
I feel like it's time we talked a little bit about some things. I feel like you might know a little bit about what we're up against. I don't know much about Mario. You never really much about yourself, but I do know that you're from the same place as where Quinn is from, right?
Hmm. We both are from Lee of Solus.
I heard of them, yeah. What kind of kingdom is that?
Well, right now, it's more of those metropolis type places. Big city. Guess you could say that he's the deep place is more of a bit of a typical for, let's say, city folk. As far as crime goes, it's well, whenever you have a bigger city, he always ends up being able to draw the worst of kinds of people as well.
Speaking from experience, I gather.
Yeah, little Angelica, I'll work with law enforcement. What do you think?
I suppose that makes sense. Well, I'm getting the impression that a lot of the things we're dealing with right now have some ties to this claim Solace. Like the mayor, right?
Ian Vita Lucas. Was hoping I should get some. I would be able to get some words out of her, but well, that ain't possible now.
Yeah, fortunately. And I don't really know what questions to ask here. All I know is I think you might hold a few keys, a few pieces of the puzzle.
With that being said, you think it's best if we get the kid back in here instead as well?
I don't mind.
Okay. Hey, Princess, would you mind doing this old man a favor and try to get that rival of yours back in here?
Sure. I'll get Quinn.
Quinn. Quinn is currently just reading his books in his quarters.
All the way over here.
I imagine we kind of have an idea of where we're lodged at.
No, Rose just goes and knocks on every single goddamn door.
Yep.
Gwen! No, not that one. Gwen! Not that one.
Okay.
Just going around the whole goddamn place.
And then it's like after she's done enough doors, it's like, I wonder. And I imagine the doors over here. It's like, that's the one. I tried all of these. And she just kind of kicks the door open.
You're a tabaxi
Quinn...
woman. You should be able to smell him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I smell that bad?
Kicks the door open.
Quinn's currently like kind of like lounging on his bed and just kind of like reading a book, like holding it up with one hand. And as the door's kicked in, he just kind of like slaps the book on his face and goes like, "Nobody here. Go away.
Man, cowboy man needs
Nobody here." What did you
you.
say?
Cowboy man needs to talk to ya. Come on.
All right. He never usually calls people without reason, so let's go. Closes the book and places it on the nightstand next to him and follows Rose.
Come on here, rival.
Don't run so damn fast. Why are Tabaxi so energetic all the time? All right.
Keep up, rival.
Not a damn athletic freaking. Fine.
Okay, speaking.
All right.
Wait first.
What is the? Yeah.
First. Both of you roll athletics.
I hate you. What are my athletics again? Like fucking 5 or something. Let's see. My athletics was. Okay.
Remember, you're in the Pirates of Limani chat, okay? Emmy?
Yep.
Emmy?
Yeah, I remember.
Dirty 20.
Nice
There
first
you go.
roll.
Yep.
One. Sorry, I was a bit slow. I forgot to put up all the sheets.
Wait, how is your athletics 1?
Because she has like no
Plus-
strength.
Oh, right.
Same as Ashi, incidentally.
Yeah. So, despite actually, let me go do some math over here real quick. Let's see here, that's a difference of 4, and let's say this is going to be... Okay, alright then. So, despite getting a head start, Quinn actually pushes through and actually passes Rose.
For a cat, you sure are slow. See ya at Guild Place.
Ugh. Clang is speedy.
Comes with the job. I just kind of just grab Rose a little bit and bonk her on the head.
Yeah.
Love it, like practice. It's not all about guns.
Huh. Huh. And then this time she very respectfully opens the door.
Of course. Hi there, Ashi and Kion.
How about Quinn?
Got summons for here. What's going on?
Welcome back, kids.
Huh.
Well, little Angelica over here needs to talk a little bit about our hometown.
Ours.
Indeed.
Well, if you don't see any harm in it, I don't see any either, so I don't mind.
Well, she says this is gonna be important for our, little quest, so to speak.
Wouldn't call it little, but alright. So,
Thing that I just go on, just ignore, pretend I didn't say anything.
okay. Well, the stage is yours, Ashi. We're listening.
One thing that seems to be increasingly clear is that this spreads to other countries as well. And we know the Yamato Empire, right? The tumultuous political situation, the Queen. I'm sure that there are things happening in the dark spots of that empire as well. But now that we know that that Locust was from Cleum Solis, I believe. Your
Close enough.
nation.
Close enough.
It's clear that they're involved in some way as well.
Hey,
But-
Kion. Gwyn kind of quips up. Hey, Kion.
What is it, kid?
In the cave, we never got to cross investigate the caves that both of us were, but in our, I'm sure I told this to you before, but we saw there was unusual darkness, a darkness generator. You think that, and I'm pretty sure that at least Cleve Solas's, top artificers have their access to those. You think that Imita might have brought one here?
Well, if she did, she must have been very, very sneaky-like about it. Especially considering that they were made a bit after that she left. Then again, she might have been able to grab one of herself, grab herself one of the prototypes, and I was actually able to perfect it herself, which I might say is rather quite impressive.
As much as I hate to admit it, I agree with you, and credit where it's due. What's worrying me more, though, is that device was in the hands of a pirate lady. She played a flute, and an assassin that Ashu fell victim to.
And it's pretty clear that they're far more than that. The pirate thing, it's just a cover.
It's a front, exactly. Because those two folk were elementals.
And this is just a theory, but I feel like, well, it seems pretty likely that Locust was at least partially involved with the pirates herself.
The question, yeah. I'm just wondering. The sealing mechanism that was inside me, Robber, correct?
Yes.
Now, if that...
Y'all mean that little, black warp thing?
Exactly. The one that was in Vita was completely and, absolutely crushed by that thing. The deity or the...
lines, no less.
So I'm wondering, what did me Robber have to gain from all this? The mass sacrifice idea concerns me massively.
Me too.
Well, it doesn't concern, but bothers rather.
Kion gets up and just paces a little bit while he has his hand on his chin, as he's essentially looking up into the ceiling.
What do you think about all this, Kion?
Well, I'd be a fibber if I said that this ain't the first time I've seen something like this.
You've seen lots of things. Mind illuminating on that point a little bit?
Well, it's a bit difficult.
I see. Well,
hold on.
All the same.
He goes to the window of the quarters proper and like looks outside. So, kid, how much have you read about the reports concerning me?
Not an awful lot. I only need to read the necessities usually. Why do you ask?
Well, despite us having higher priority when it comes to intel, there are still levels of... How should I say this? Rather, there is a tiering within a tier, so to speak.
You mean tiers within a division? Of course. Not everything has to be brought to light, not even in the military. And if it does, only to certain individuals. That being said, what are you hinting at?
Well, there are certain things that aren't going to be let out, just for the safety of the people.
And is there any
Imagine-
of that which you can discuss with us now? I feel like at this point, it may be necessary.
Roll persuasion.
Alright, this should be fun. This is a stat that. This is a.
Plus your history modifier.
Plus my. Fuck you.
Do it, do it, do it, do it! Come on, break the curse! Break the curse, do it!
No!
You know what? The sad thing is, I don't even have to roll for this. His modifier is already too high.
Which modifier? That would be
Insight.
inside, right? Yeah, okay. Damn Cleave Soul Spice. Our insight is so fucking high. Kion. This is a problem that could arise to even crumble a kingdom like Cleave Solus. Is this about you and your personal past, or about Cleave Solus's dark history? Which one is it?
Both.
Can you at least tell me if these two usher out? I can't do anything to help you if you don't let me in on things. We're colleagues after all.
Quinn, roll persuasion with advantage.
Nice.
I think I have one inspiration, auto crit.
Okay, get. Well, the requirement is just to get nat 20, so get 1 skill experience.
Yeah, and that the persuasion total that would be 23.
Nice.
Okay. Okay. Well, I guess you could forgive me for being a stubborn old man. However,
I've gotten used to it over the years.
however, since our little Angelica over here and the princess apparently are part of this mission now.
According to what you told me, they're not. It's your call, Kion.
Let's put it this way. They originally weren't part of this, but from the looks of it, they are. Because this kind of thing, that mass sacrifice thing that y'all were talking about, that happened before.
It did?
You're kidding.
I definitely want to hear more about that.
Are we talking about inside Cleave Solus? Because that's what your tone is like right now.
Aye. That's a good guess right there, kid.
Shit!
That's super not good. How come you never told me about that?
Princess, y'all don't need to know this scary stuff.
I don't want to know the scary stuff, though.
Well, look at the bright side. You guys will get to know that now.
Who and where, Kion?
Let's see here. Well, as he says that, he just like leans back and just like looks towards you with a bit of a sorrowful expression. He's not his quipper shelf, usually.
Mm-hmm.
I get the same impression.
Well, you three kids, y'all might want to have a seat.
I just remain silent and I guess get into a comfy position on the floor.
Yeah, I go near the wall, leaning on each, and I also drag Rose with me.
And unlike me, Ashin is perfectly fine with sitting on the floor.
Let's see here.
And I also call out to Rose. Let's listen to what Uncle says, right? Real quiet. And I kind of just like put my my arm around her and just kind of like
Yeah,
hug.
I want to hear this.
Okay.
Good.
There's gonna be a relatively reused one here. Let's see here.
A mass sacrifice in the relief Solas's past. Why am I not surprised? But it's cool though.
Oh, wait, not this one. Where is it? I think it's this one. Yes, it is.
Ooh, I love the piano on this. It's an 8 note with 3 chords.
I'm glad you can recognize that because I don't know shit about music.
I don't know that much about music either. Don't worry about it.
That's more than I would be able to tell as well.
I mean, you know what an 8 note is, right?
An 8 now, yeah.
It means that it refers to the melody that it loops around.
Okay.
And it has 3 chords that vary. But it has the same structure with the left hand.
Gotcha.
Okay, well, that's actually more than I thought that you'd know. That's actually impressive.
I fucking studied and played the piano for 6.5 years. What the fuck do you want?
Nice.
And I played pretty like complex pieces from Mozart and Strauss, for example. So yeah, I do know a fair bit of music theory.
Nice. Now then, so let's continue then.
Sorry, I went on a tangent.
It's cool. It's cool. I actually like it. So Kion like puts okay. Let's see. Of course, like hides his arm in his mantle as per usual.
Of course.
As he just looks out the window and just looks down. By the way, you guys are on the second floor, just so you know.
Gotcha.
But we're what?
You're on the second floor.
I walk
Okay,
up.
yeah. Okay.
I kind of just scooch a bit closer to him.
Okay.
Just a bit.
So, he looks down and just and starts essentially reminiscing. Well, kid, did I ever tell you that I was married once before?
You didn't tell me, but I am aware.
How come you know that?
I bought like with my right arm I bop her temple, like her right temple.
Mean.
Not now. You can chat later, alright? Alright?
Okay.
Carrie, I told you, didn't he?
Well, not really relevant, but yes, he did. He was much closer to you than I am, or was.
Thanks. Need to remind myself to give him a good old jab in the shoulder for that.
Meanwhile, I'm remaining silent. I'm looking at him thoughtfully.
Oh fuck!
Scooping.
Yeah, I never realized how I didn't make the connection. Fuck. Okay. I just now realized. Okay.
A few years back, he and I had quite a few number of missions together. One did strike my eye, though. We ended up fighting a what seemed to be an underground base. Had different. It was kind of small, kind of very roomy. However, at the very end of it, we were able to find a bit of information showing that, let's say, for whatever reason, elves were working with corrupted elves, and otherwise say orcs, in some sort of attempt to gain a sort of power. From what we were able to piece together after years of traveling together, it seemed to be a ritual for immortality.
That lines up, doesn't it? With what me,
Yeah, it's
Robert.
just the blood of others.
Exactly.
Ain't it nice?
Appalling, but yeah.
He puts his head against the window. Ain't it nice? To steal the time of others, just to extend your own.
Elf. Go on, Kyon. Please.
After some time, Karya and I, and Scuttlebutt, before he was even the Royal Court Mage, were actually able to finally piece together that they were about to hold a ritual. Multiple people have been disappearing. In Glee of Solace, its neighboring suburbs, neighboring towns. And all of them had one thing in common.
Can I have a guess here? Every single last one of them were women.
Every single last one.
Happened.
Every single last one of them.
When did this happen, Kyon?
It was a good 10 years ago.
I was barely out of the wet behind my ears back then.
We ain't gonna be able to share everything with you back then, I guess.
I remember looking up to the spy corps back then. Did you ever find out anything about the orchestrators of sacrifice? Any key members or anything?
We did. From what our network showed, there were just some no-names. Or at least we thought they were. However, after some time of research and after it, we found that they actually had a network of, let's say, an organization that actually covers the entire world.
And does that work? Were you able to do anything about it?
Oh yes, we did. Remember what I said about the kidnapped victims? Something I neglected to mention just quite was that it was women of any race, of any age, that were kidnapped. We were able to stop them back in Glee of Solace. And they apparently held a bit of a base in one of the sewer systems, but we were a bit late.
The ritual had already begun. Or did something else happen, Kion?
Kid, you're right. The ritual had already started.
And you knew one of the victims, didn't you?
From my account, there would have been about 1,000 women lying in beds waiting for their life force to be taken. And it was about almost finished. We ended up getting a bit caught up with one of their little pets. Rather, I believe they essentially transmogrified what seemed to be a crocodile. Looking back, I find it ironic. Back then, I almost lost my arm to that thing, but look at me now. You know, that's the same arm too, isn't it? Ain't life funny?
What comes around goes around.
Thankfully, no one was lost this time. But what happened next?
Kid, why do you think I asked you?
Ask me what?
Why do you think I asked you? Why do you think I asked you if you knew that I was married?
Well, I put the pieces together the moment you started telling the story. I'd rather not say it out loud.
I have to dwell on that. I'm just like to have some answers.
Yeah,
Bonk.
It's a bit worse than that. By the time we arrived, almost all the women had already been taken. All their life force had already been completely taken out of their bodies. They were just shriveled corpses.
Disgusting.
The other ones, well, a whole bunch of them rather were in the process of taking their life force being taken. To our knowledge, once it's begun, we can't exactly stop it.
Are you saying this just happened while they were lying in bed?
They were kidnapped and essentially laying in beds, encircling the encircling the altar.
Okay.
That doesn't fit.
That's strange, yeah.
In the pirate base, there were
There were
approximately
1,000
1,000 beds,
Yeah.
as well as a ritual of. Where was the
Yes.
altar then?
But the bedroom. There wasn't any altar there, were there?
Exactly. That's why that's what I'm stuck on right now.
Well, if I had to guess, me Robber, or whatever his name is, was going to do the ritual somewhere else. That's why he had the women all boarded up.
Right,
That's what I would
transport
imagine
them
as well.
somewhere else.
There must have been. There must have been why they set sail in the first place. They could have been that scared of us.
Kion, try to remember, please. Did you see a drow woman, a drow half-elf woman, and a gnome anywhere in that sacrifice altar or room?
Or a woman in blue armor.
No, that makes no sense.
Well,
Aquino has more ties in with me, Robert, than with anyone else.
Just in case.
well, I can say this. One of the gnome names I told you about, we thought him a bandit leader. Just some small fry. But apparently, this ritual was for him to gain immortality.
For this individual?
And strange enough, with him, we're 5 people. All
Who were
gnomes.
they?
I distinctly remember. One was a blood red robe. Another one was a deep. Another one was a deep blue. One was an ugly green. One is dirty yellow. And the last one was dark gray.
5 individuals, huh?
Can you please repeat that?
Quinn like kinda looks down and gets the corner of the mantle of ambition and shows it to Kion, like pulls it forward and shows him. Dirty yellow like this?
Not quite. It was a whole lot dirtier than that.
Fuck.
And it's sorry to break it to you, kid, but you're missing a bit of. You're not exactly able to cover too much of it with that. Or rather, how should I say this? It was so long that the hem was being dragged into the ground.
So a robe, essentially.
Now you're getting the kid. Let's see.
Cultists.
I misspelled yellow because I'm a genius.
Good job.
There you go.
Hello.
Okay.
That's what it was. Okay. And that's what it was dressed in?
Yes. Well, we all tried to attack that small-time bandit. It's been a while, but I believe his name was something along the lines of... There you go. I believe his name was something effective. Gentile the Grey.
I don't think I know this, but just in case, I'm gonna do a terrible thing, and I would like to roll history to see if I've heard anything about them.
Do I get advantage on a history roll? If I did.
Okay, Ashi, disadvantage. Quinn, regular.
Got it.
Come on!
It is about Cleave Souls after all.
Hey, look, double 10.
Alright.
Yeah, would have been funnier. 5s.
I know, what would have been funnier.
A 20 and a 1.
18.
What do we learn?
Ashi, you've never heard of this person before. Quinn, however, you do recall in let's see, in some of the intel that or not I'd say until, but in the past mission logs that you weren't ever involved in, basically study material for you, that this bandit this bandit essentially raided a few villages, but he was beaten back literally every single time.
Huh. I remember the name very faintly, but he really was a no-name, wasn't he?
Hmm.
What the hell was...
That's
Did
what I was-
you
that's
did
what I
you
was
end did you end him there?
What happened, Kion?
Yes. Well, yes. We did. However, we sent Carrier and the scuttlebutt over. And I tried to see if there was any way that I could stop the ritual. That was foolish and young and naive, I guess.
What do you mean?
I saw them. They tried to attack. They tried to attack Gentile. Those robe beings.
Yeah?
They absorbed every single one of the blows themselves, as if they were perfectly fine with dying. But they didn't.
All right.
And something peculiar happened. I guess Gentile himself must have gotten a bit nervous. He let out a pretty big secret.
What's that secret? What was that secret? Ghost Diana used to speak louder. Oh well. Nah.
Well, Scuttlebutt and Carrier were able to hear him say something to the effect of needing to protect the women for the ritual. Once it started, it can't be ended. However, it can be interrupted.
Interrupted or halted?
Interrupted and halted.
You did.
So, kid, can y'all guess Can y'all guess what the method that we had to use to stop it?
I should just got. I'm just got my hands over my mouth. Meanwhile, Rose is just looking down.
And Quinn has his arms crossed, kind of looking down at
Not
the
so dumb
kind of
I
like
can't-
the floor lining.
I'm not so dumb I can't be the mud. It's obvious, isn't it?
You notice it's here. You see him place his hand against the window again and look down, but not outside. He looks down to the floor, and his hand slowly descends as well across. Let's see, across the window, basically.
I rise.
Kid, you had to deal with your best friend, didn't you?
I did.
I had to deal with my own. wife and daughter.
Thanks for telling us of this, Kyon.
Was just one more thing. Kion,
What is it, kid?
was it only them? Or did you have to kill
I don't
more?
think that's important right now, Gwyn.
No, it's fine.
The sad thing is, it is. If you really think I want to talk about this stuff either, it's... Apologies.
Let's put it this way.
Like, as I said, it's distasteful.
Let's put it this way. They were so close to complete that I only had to kill about 20 of them left.
So 80 shriveled bodies and 20 killed people.
980.
Or 980, yeah.
Was it enough?
By cutting off their life force, it's muddied the ritual. Created a blowback. Caused Gentile to become a pile of viscera on the floor.
I never saw of him, right?
Sorry, you cut out. Was that me?
And that was the last you saw him, right?
Yeah. As soon as that happened, at least what Carrie and Scuttlebutt have told me, was that the robed figures disappeared with him.
But there was no viscera left behind, was there?
No evidence of them ever being there. Just Gentile.
It can mean a couple of things.
Just one, really. Based on what we know.
And so far, Kyon, everything that we've seen, it lines up with how it was like back then.
Let's see here. Kyon turns around to face you, Ashi, and he gives a very unsettling smile. Very eerily so. You can say it's a bit nostalgic.
I approach him. Stand right in front of him. I hope you don't think that this is on you. This is about you.
I know it ain't. I know it ain't. We had to do what we had to do. Every day, though, I keep playing that day over and over again, thinking if there was something else I could have done.
I put a hand on his shoulder. I know that would be me if I had to do anything similar. But, you know, I'm sure as you did what you could have done in this, given the circumstances, and at least I hope they found peace much quicker than if you had just left them to rot. And I hope, and I think they're in a better place now, at the very least.
Kyon places his hand on your head. Little Angelica,
Yeah?
Ashi of mercy. I hope you understand there are two sides to mercy. If something like that were to happen to any of us as well, I expect you to do the same. Understand?
This isn't something that I'm very comfortable with, but I suppose the time is approaching where we need to consider these things. I'll try my best. And you know, I can tell you this. You're not guilty of anything. And I think you need to hear this. I give him my usual smile. The kind that everyone desperately needs. I forgive you.
Quinn speaks up. You know, Ash.
Oh, yeah, you took. I was like asking somebody to say.
No, I'm just thinking of what to say.
Dramatical pause.
Yep, because my English is not great.
That's fine.
You know, Ashi and Kion. There are two sides to mercy, but the pain that all of us feel, it's different. There are two sides to mercy, much like there are two sides to a coin, and two sides to cruelty, and two sides to madness. Now, the funny thing is that those three things link together. If you're against cruelty, you're always looking at one side of the coin, not the other, right? And if you're committing cruelty, you don't see it as cruelty, you see it as mercy. However, the mercy that the ones opposing the cruel ones are looking at is the one that Kion's experienced. If the time does come, which side will you be looking at of the coin, Ashi? Will you accept the madness of killing those who you care about, just to give them mercy? Or will you be cruel as to avoid your own madness?
I'm still young. This is far beyond anything I've ever considered, but I know what I'd like to say. I know what I'd like to think, but
What would you like
I'm
to
guessing
think?
that's not really true, is it?
What is it? What is it, Ashi of Mercy?
The way of mercy is that of a healer. A way of redemption and rebirth. That is what I've known, okay, Quinn?
I know that is what you've known. I'm asking, what will you do in the future?
The best I can do is to move forward and to protect everyone that will inevitably get involved in this. Save the world, I guess.
You'll try your best and see how far it goes, right?
And it may just seem weak-minded, but I don't know the future, all of it. I just know part of it. And I don't know everything. I just had to accept that. Sometimes I'd rely on others, like you said, like you told me before, earlier.
Quinn's standing up, but kind of like,
we're gonna have answers to today.
Not today. But Sometimes you'll have to answer questions and do decisions that you don't exactly. Well, you don't exactly have the time to ponder.
Rose is looking up to us.
Gion didn't have time. And
No.
if any of us did have the time to think, sometimes there's simply not an option. That is why I'm worried for you, Ashi. Will you be able to do what it takes if you're ever put to a do or die decision like that? And more than that, everyone else here. Losing the life of another is a heavy burden to bear. All of us here know that.
I have hope in my heart that if I am just, if I'm vigilant, then it should not necessarily come to that.
What if it does?
If it does, I won't let anyone suffer more than they have to.
That's a good answer. That's truly a good answer, Ashi of Mercy.
I'm glad then.
I just hope you'll be able to stick to your word.
I clench a fist and just put it next to my chest. That's what I've sworn to do. Like I said, I know I'll waver, but I'll always come back to my past. I owe everyone that much.
You do?
At this point, Rose is just kind of clenching both of her hands. Come on, no sides now. We know what to do. We all got a plan. We all got information. That's what matters right now. Right? Quinn? Uncle Cowboy? And then she runs up to Uncle Cowboy and she just stops right before him for the first time. She's not invading his space. She's just looking straight at him. I didn't know much about you, Uncle Cowboy, except that you saved me. You've been there for me for so long, and nothing what you said changes things. Still like you, and it's still my very best friend.
Thanks, Princess. When did y'all start growing up?
Hey, I've been growing. And you can see me just gonna discreetly not so discreetly wiping my face a bit. Well, that wasn't quite what I was expecting, but it's like what Rose said. I didn't know what to think of you when we first met. And I still don't really know a lot about you, but I feel like I learned a couple of things. And I know that you're complicated. You're a complicated man, Kyon. But you're ultimately a good one. I may not have agreed with what you did, but I realize it's just me being foolish. What can you really do in this circumstance? And it wasn't like you put them in that situation. And like I said, you have my forgiveness. And I hope you forgive yourself as well. In time.
You know, the last time I ever saw them, before that, I was just greeting them goodbye while I was heading off to do My usual work.
At least you got to say goodbye. And at this point, I'm just very gently hugging him.
Princess kid, come over here.
Gotta tell me twice. And Vice is just leaping into him. Carefully.
Of course, the one who has his arm around is Quinn. I'm expecting great things from you, kid.
You know, you almost sound like you're a dead man. Hopefully, you're not.
Do I really sound that?
I kind of like gently tap him in the chest with back of my palm. Like, yeah, you do.
You still got flesh on it yet. Don't you forget that.
Mm-hmm.
The future is for all of us.
You know, I sent Petra out a few days ago. I'm just hoping for a response soon.
Just a few days ago, eh? Well,
When we entered the Skevma, that's when I did.
the boat.
Yeah.
Such a mouthful. Who names boats there?
What do you mean? What do you mean? Skevma. It's his name.
But first, let's see here. Let's see here. Quinn, are you currently wearing your mantle?
No, I left it in my quarters, but which means that I'm not attuned to it. So yeah, I'm unattuned to it currently.
Okay.
Forgot to mention that.
All right then, Quinn. Let's see here. You
I mean, I have it with me, but I don't have it on me.
Yes. Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, what I'm saying is, you hear. Let's see here. Kion like moves a bit closer to you and whispers. Kian, catch.
What?
You feel something against your right arm, like brushing against you as if it's falling.
Don't notice that.
Okay.
Okay.
I put my left arm. I kind of like scooch my right arm outwards and put my left arm to where I'm feeling it, and kind of like press it against my arm with my left palm.
Before it actually hits the floor proper.
Yep.
All right then.
And I pick it up with my left arm.
Okay, you take a look at it and you see you see what appears to be a firearm with a rose etching.
Come on, Rita.
All right, you receive this item.
Gwen he fever.
Kion, are you serious?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have to let go of the past some way.
And burden others with it.
Do I see this, by the way?
Yes.
What's that? It's a gun?
After all.
Well,
Y'all were asking for it before, weren't you?
you can be so... I'll make sure to take good care of her.
Alright,
Just you don't... Just you don't forget it either, right?
I'll roll insight on Kyon.
Okay. Wah, wah.
Can I roll inside on Kyon?
Okay, what are you trying to insight?
I'm trying to insight how is this enigma feeling right now?
Likewise with Rose versus inciting. That's better.
It's like inside.
Uh,
Actually, fuck it. I'm just gonna insight.
okay,
Quinn's just kind of like looking at the gun. Quinn takes out his the normal pistol that he has, and just kind of like flicks it in the air and gently places the Gwenfar. Okay. Gwenifar. Fucking hell. Gwenifar into the backmost holster, basically. The one that is used for Quinn's dominant hand. It's light. Feels really good to use.
That ain't the only thing that feels light. Both Ashi and Rose can notice that it's as if a burden, or as if a burden has been that he's been carrying is suddenly gone, or at the very least lighter.
Oh, Mystery Man, how are you feeling?
Just a little bit better.
That's good.
Y'all kids are gonna be the death of me. What are y'all doing? Trying to bring up some sentimentality from an old man like me?
Seems like you kind of needed it, old man.
We're only human, Kyon. Your dry humor's not gonna get you out of a pickle every single time. Anyhow, is that everything?
Well, there is the matter of Vita.
And anything else that you might have noticed?
Invita Locust is gone.
Wonder what will happen now that she is gone, if she was as important as you say. And wonder who else might have followed suit.
Remember, like I said, this organization covers the entire world. Networks everywhere.
Syndicate. I saw a fraction of this when I was a kid. And the little I saw, horrifying. I think that in these times, all over the world, terrible.
In any case, I think that's all I need to say for now.
Well, that's all then. Thank you for sharing everything that you told us. And if you can think of anything else that might relate to the mission, well, just anything you might want to talk about, we're here. We're willing to listen.
Hold. Ashi? Rose?
Yes? Yeah?
Okay. He reaches into his mantle and and takes out two small small sheets of paper. Let's see here. If we were to
What's
compare,
this?
if we were to compare it with size, it'd be around the size of around the size of a standard sticky note today.
What's this? Take it.
You look at it and it shows shows a strange insignia on it. Quinn, you know what this insignia is.
Mm-hmm.
Do I?
Nope.
No,
You
no,
might
Do it.
you might have seen it every now and then while let's see here. Well, let's see here. Trying to like pull out the character sheet again because I keep forgetting because I'm a genius. Hi guys, I'm a genius.
Yes, you are.
Mm.
The best kind.
Let's see here.
Da, 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 mhm.
Okay, I think I forgot. Let's see. All right. Vibes. Where is your tattoo?
It's on the underside of my left forearm.
Okay. All right then. So, it does seem familiar to the both. It does seem familiar to both of you, and you Quinn knows that it is the same as your tattoo.
Kion, these are.
Well, may as well bring them to the fold right now. I'm deputizing you two.
You're deputizing us? Deputizing? That sounds kind of bureaucratic, but okay.
At the very least, with this, you don't necessarily have to have tattoos like us, but you can at least hold it with you to show that it's going to be for official business if we're ever back in Clee of Solus.
I see.
Think of that as I kind of speak to both Rose and Ashi. Think of that as a kind of a free pass to places you probably wouldn't get into as a VIP. It's a step up from that.
Law enforcement things, I guess.
Not quite.
A bit
Not
more,
quite.
A bit more important than that.
Right. What would be a good comparison, Kion?
Can I roll inside
Something like a special invitation, I guess.
and Quinn?
Okay, go
Go
for it.
for it. I'm gonna use my. Actually, I'm gonna roll.
Okay, that was insight.
Insight.
Okay,
Mhm.
what are you trying to insight?
If the two of them are being kind of truthful and just like what general the vibe is.
Well, for one thing, Quinn's a bit calm but also serious, and Kyon actually looks like he's back to his normal self.
Okay.
What's the
Was she
face for?
being a sass?
What's the face for, Monk?
No, nothing.
Trying to read into our brains. Queen kind of
I give
leans
my
in
best
playfully.
I got my rest now. What can I say? I know people sometimes.
Yep. We've come to
Well,
notice.
this is
We've
fun.
come to see that. Sorry that I yelled at you earlier a bit. By the way, wasn't really.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine, It's fine, Quinn.
Really are a forgiveful one.
So I was taught.
Let's
Well-
see here.
As for what comes to Invita Locust, she's gone. Well, at least my body. Not sure if she had some other trick up her sleeve, but she was completely absorbed by the seal.
Judging by how she reacted, I don't think so. But the demon lived on. That's a problem.
Yeah. God, I would have liked to capture Invita and really ask her some questions with my kind methods, but
Well, that ain't something we can do. I need to get some information out of her myself. But
everything's so confusing.
what done's done.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Well, what's our next plan of action? I for one need to go and speak with the noble, since this place would probably be I'm kind of like leaning against the wall where the window is, like next to it, like holding my arm up to the wall, kind of like looking out of the window.
They're expecting me down with the prisoners, so I'll go ahead right ahead and get to that. That's a talk, Gwen, John.
Little Angelica?
What's up?
Be sure to take care of yourself, alright?
I keep my freaking head high. I was like, I keep my head high.
You hold
You
your
keep
head
your-
high.
Yeah,
Yes.
you chuck a health potion. You keep your health high.
Gotcha.
I keep my head high and meters, I guess. I will. I'm aware of the impulses within me, and I now know how to better combat them.
Well, Angelica, I ain't just talking about that.
How so?
Just make sure you're safe, alright?
And it's flex my barely existing muscles because it's all in the key. That's what these are for. And I walk out.
Is the door closed?
I open the door outside and then close the door.
Will you inside check the door? Which way do you step out of the door?
I inside check the door.
Okay, what does the door show?
The door is a door. It's actually quite ornate.
Ashi, why are you touching a door like that? Oh, nothing. I just like doors, okay? And just walk away.
Okay.
Yeah, but do you like rotate so that your back is towards the door, or do you like walk backwards?
I leave. I walk away. I do a vax. Okay.
Okay, hold on first. So
Okay.
Kyon also whispers again to Quinn. Well, kid.
Yeah.
I don't think I really need to tell you this, but just to drive the point home a little more, I'm ordering you to make sure that she stays safe. Understand?
Is that an order? Or a recommendation?
Rather strangely, he looks serious.
An order it is. And Quinn gives a cap greeting to Kyon. Understood, Superior. I'll do everything I can in my power. I'm gonna leave you two alone. I have some business I need to get. I have some business I need to do myself. So.
Oh, also Quinn, roll either perception or insight.
I'm gonna roll perception actually. Even insight is higher, but I feel like perception would suit this more.
Roche is just sitting right next to him.
Yeah. Perception is +4. 6. I'm just like my back's facing you guys. I'm just like, take care, old man. We got this.
All right then. So you walk out, and it's now time for a break, guys.
Okay.
All right, reconvene in a bit.